Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of the MEFCC Weekly Catch-Up. This is Ayman and...
Hey guys, it's Mikey.
And we're back again for another week of updates after having an ecstatic update last week with the celebrities that we went out with. We're 3 weeks to show and we want to remind you that we had 4 celebrities announced last week. That being Nina Masoud, Brandon Ralph, John Rhys Davis. Yeah, that's correct, finally. And Elodie Young. And we actually have 2 more in the bag for you right now. Perhaps we can start and talk about them a bit, Mikey?
Look, I'm really interested in it. I'm really happy to announce another week of talking about more celebrities. I know that's, it's a large reason why people come to MEFCC. But before I go into that, I just want to say a huge thank you to all of our fans. The support that we've had over the last week with the last week's announcements, the guy that everyone going, this stuff is amazing. It just really validates what we do for a living, and just wanted to say thank you to all, and I mean that from the bottom of my heart. Moving on, guys. After the mushy stuff. So our first announcement in terms of Comic-Con celebrities for this week, in true MEFCC style, which we've done pretty much every year since I've worked on the show, is a new Game of Thrones character which hasn't visited us before. This week we have Carice Van Outen joining us at MEFCC 2020. As we all know, she plays the Red Witch in Game of Thrones. Super cool character, super intricate in the show. Almost mixed emotions about her all the time, right, throughout the years.
I think if you talk about the character that's had some stellar redemption arc, it's definitely her. From being one of the most hated characters on the show to someone who's just saved the day in season 8, it's crazy. I would love to hear about how she got ready for a role like this, and how is it that the fans have taken that as some feeling of hate to pure love at the end of Game of Thrones. It's crazy. I really can't wait to meet her.
Yeah, no, it would be really cool, and to find out how she turned into the old lady, but we'll go on to that at a later stage. Our second announcement, and unfortunately the last announcement for this week, that's all I'm saying, is Joseph David Jones. Scored it. Joseph David Jones, as we all know, is from Arrow. Arrow, I know, is one of your favourite shows. I don't know if you can tell us a bit about it.
So he's actually Connor Hawke on this, and in an alternate timeline, he becomes Green Arrow. I mean, the Arrowverse did just come to an end, and people are feeling very feelsy right now. They're trying to engage as much as they can with the characters that were on the show. So we're actually really glad to have him over. And he's also been in the Divergent Allegiance movie as well, alongside Shailene Woodley. So you've got someone who's super young and so into pop culture. I can't wait to meet him either. I mean, it's going to be great.
I mean, I hear it on the back line after talking to his agent. He's affectionately known as Jojo. I don't know if he's going to get in trouble for saying that, but when you do meet him at MEFCC, obviously Meet the Stars vouchers will work as always. Say hi to him, see if you can drop in the Jojo line, see if you guys can become friends with him, I guess.
Moving on, these were not all the announcements for this week though. Nope. So we're done with the celebrities, but we're moving on to something that's awesome and a big part of the show as well. We're going to be talking about international artists. And to start it off, we're going to name the first one that we have, who is...
So, as you know, a few weeks ago, we started off with some international artist announcements of, I think EP.5 dropped last week. Exactly. This is our second batch of 5. Yet again, Comic-Con's not all about the celebrities and the movie stuff. This is for the true fans, and this is the stuff that we feel that really integrates within the show. So, first up, we've got our Italian fan base. So, Emanuela Lupacchino scored it again. I think the most exciting thing about her is that she actually did work on the DC characters within Abu Dhabi. So not only has she done international work, she's done some homegrown stuff for us out here, which I'm sure a lot of you guys have been over to the park that way to see some of her stuff.
Absolutely. She's worked out quite well with a lot of the female-led comics in the DC universe as well. So she's worked on Wonder Woman, Supergirl, and as Mikey said, Warner Brothers World Abu Dhabi. All the characters that you see out here, it's all hers. It's great to have someone like that at the show. And to move on, we've got someone who's super big, George Ginty, an Eisner Award winner, and someone who has a comic book that got the best comic book in the New York Times. It's great. For me, I'm a huge X-Men fan, and he's known for the character, one of the best characters in the X-Men, called Bishop. Bishop is pretty cool. Some of you guys, if you relate to the movies, you've seen him in the Days of the Future Past. He was in a bits and pieces of that, and he's worked closely with a lot of other side pop culture shows, such as the Buffyverse, Godzilla. He's got a huge portfolio to him, and I can't wait to meet him. This is so much to talk about with him. It's just a lot of pop culture out there. It's amazing.
I mean, for those that you can't tell, this is our resident geek. Like he gets really into the stuff. I really love it. I have
This
to
is
get
all mine,
yeah,
too.
This is genuinely is. That one's mine.
Fair enough.
All
Yeah,
right.
you can take that.
All right, moving on. So we've now our next character very involved, or next character, sorry, next artist who works a lot with Disney is Philo Bernhardt. Right? Got that right?
Barnhart.
Barnhart, close enough.
One mistake. That's
One
fine.
mistake.
No worries.
I think I've done well for this week. So as far as my understanding goes, he's obviously done some Disney work. The resident fan is going to give you much more information than I
So
could.
that for me is one of my favorite Disney movies of all time, The Little Mermaid. So Philo Bernhardt's actually worked on a lot of the character designs on The Little Mermaid, from Ariel to Flounder, King Triton, Ursula, everyone that's involved in the franchise. And he's also worked on The Smurfs, Star Trek the Motion Picture. He's someone who's got a very diverse portfolio in the animation world, and he also works closely with Disney on a lot of the consumer products that they have, whether it's apparel, whether it's like t-shirts, stationery, whatnot. He's really delved into that world, and his parents worked for Disney as well, so you can imagine the kind of life that he's lived in order to be such a big fanboy of
Like a legacy of Disney.
Very much,
That's really,
yeah.
really cool. I mean, that is really cool. Now, so I thought I'd take the honor of announcing the next one. So we've got Rags Morales. The reason that I've chosen to announce him, because I keep joking about the fact that I'm the old man of the circle. This guy's been working on DC since 1989, if my notes are correct. That means I was 3 years old. So that actually makes me feel a whole lot better about the fact that this guy's been doing this for so long.
Yeah, absolutely. And he's worked since then on his first comic that he's worked with on DC was Black Condor, and he's moved on to work with a huge legacy of characters in the DC comics, arguably working with Batman and Superman, on Nightwing, which is a personal favorite for me, and he's worked on Identity Crisis and the New 52 era. Now, the New 52 is a series of comics that have been recently coming out, and they're beautiful to the core. They're titular DC comics, and I can't wait to talk to him about it. It's fantastic.
I'm not going to even try
with the last
pronounce
name.
the next
Leave
one.
that for me.
Please help us, mate.
We're actually very glad to have Renee Witterstater. Got the name
Scored
right.
it. Well
I might
done.
have
Well
got it
done.
right. Yeah,
You might
there
have
we
got
go.
it right. We'll see.
So she's actually a writer, comic book artist, and publisher who's worked on comics, movies, and books. So with comics, she's actually worked on Thanos Quest, she's worked on Wonder Woman, she's worked on a lot of Marvel comic books in the franchise itself. And hilariously enough, with film, she's worked on Rush Hour 2, which is one of my favorite.
That's such a cool film.
That is
such a
amazing.
cool film.
That is amazing. For me to work alongside
Yeah.
Chris Tucker and Jackie Chan, I mean, around them, you're going to be laughing 24/7, just excited 24/7. It must have been a great experience. And she's actually published a book for Jackie Chan as well, which is really cool. Like, if that, someone with such a diverse portfolio in entertainment, she must bring a lot of expertise with her to the con. Something that we can definitely discuss with her in so much detail once we can meet her at the show in the International Artist Alley.
I'd love to bring Jackie one day, just to bring him to the show, see what he has to say about himself. Yeah.
In terms of the theater, now tell us a bit about the theater. I'm surprised, I'm very happy to see the first screening of the theater is going to be something that is really close to us.
Yeah, I mean, look, it's not going to be the first screening of the event itself. As we all know in the theatre, what we've always done is do a lot of panel discussions within the theatre with some of the celebrities, and also do some screenings from some of our clients, done some Disney stuff, done some Netflix stuff. What we've done for 2020 is actually dedicate the theatre as a theatre. So as we all know, the panel discussions from the celebrities, I hope we know is really cool, is all going onto the main stage, which means everyone gets to experience that. So the theatre itself is now going to be a dedicated screening area. So we have got some stuff from various entities, as we discussed, anime content from Crunchyroll, so on and so forth. What I'm really excited about is that same weekend, actually Onward releases in cinema, which is on the Thursday, I believe, and we actually get to screen it at MEFCC as part of your standard ticket price within the show on the Saturday. We got the approvals from Disney, our great friends at Disney. We work really closely with them. They're fantastic. And they've been kind enough to, let the fans, as part of our ticket package, go and see Onward within the show. So the screenings are very limited. The cinema space is not huge. We can't fit everyone in there. So, there is first come, first served basis, as always. We're really excited. But do you want to tell us a bit about the movie?
Well, it's about two elf brothers starring Chris Pratt and Tom Holland, which actually look the same as they do in real life. I find that hilarious, to be honest, that are on a quest to help their families and their friends find magic in this world. It's lost out there, and it's just a tipsy funny adventure for family and friends to watch together. and just enjoy. It's beautiful. I can't wait to see it. It might be another Disney Pixar magic, and yeah.
Yeah, I mean, look, the cool thing about a Disney film, whether animated or not, whether it seems young or not, we all enjoy it, we all love it, and we all have a great time. So hopefully you guys get the opportunity to see it at the show. We've got it confirmed. It's up to you to come to the show and see it. That's all I can say.
Now it's time for this week's ticketing offer. So we're actually feeling a bit too lovey-dovey, and we're gonna share the love with you guys because we've got an offer for Valentine's Day this week. If you're single and you want to look for a date, just like the both of us, to be honest, you have to make me call that out. It's pretty cool. You can just get a promo code called Cupid Bun on Virgin and Platinum list, and you get to avail the single day ticket for 90 dirhams only. This is only going on up until Saturday, so make sure that you use the chance to get those single day tickets for a date, for a friend, for whoever. Share the love, and we will see you all at the show.
As per always, it's competition time for you. Firstly, what we want to do is congratulate, and forgive me for pronouncing this wrong, I think it's Macy Takyol.
That's not bad. I think that was right.
I think that works. We'll obviously put it on the screen. Please DM us with the details. I understand that you wanted to meet Mina Masood and Elodie Young. Yep. So just DM us with the details. We'll get back to you with whatever, and really looking forward to seeing you at the show, right? So this week's competition, which I think is really cool. MEFCC is never complete without a collectible kind of goodie bag. So this week's competition is to win one of our MEFCC swag bags. What I thought might be a fun idea for this week is basically to like the video, of course, because we need that validation. Tag a friend that hasn't been to the show. Tag a friend that hasn't been to the show and tell us why they should go. Don't worry, I will be naming and shaming next week as to your friends and why they haven't been to our event yet, because we all know it's absolutely amazing. So we'll be keeping an eye out, but just tag your mate, tell us why they should go, and then hopefully we can get you that swag bag in your way.
And that's a wrap up for MEFCC Weekly Catch-Up number 5. If you have any questions or any inquiries about MEFCC 2020, just make sure you mention it in the comment section below or DM us for any info. This was Ayman and
Mikey.
And we're going to see you all for episode 6 next week at the same time on Thursday.
Cheers, guys. Bye.